For trading it all.
Welcome back, everyone. And I know that we're also live on Facebook. Real excited about all of that. My next guests I have with me Mo Corey. He is the admissions director of Fountail Recovery. Also, he has with him Nathan Wagner, and you are the sort of the liaison, the family liaison there. And I want to welcome you to this show because, you know, there's a very big need for places like you, for a lot of people that are dealing with any kind of addiction whatsoever. So welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you do.
Thank you so much. So I'm Mo, and this is Nathan. Like you said, I am the missions director here with Fountail Recovery. We are an inpatient drug and alcohol treatment center. We provide all levels of care. We're a world-class treatment center. There is a housing component involved too. So it is a very comfortable atmosphere, but more importantly, it's going to be a higher level of care to deal with something that's obviously very important, very scary, what we're dealing with now in this new age. As you can see, the National Institute on Drug Abuse has showed that our overdose rate has more than doubled since 2002. So there is a heavy stigma. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it. It's a tough subject, but
it's an important
subject, and it needs to be talked about. So we're here on behalf of Fountail Recovery, first and foremost, and then also for other addicts that are, recovering out there or still struggling. We are both addicts in recovery, so we just want to raise awareness, kind of eradicate some of the stigma, and this is something that does need to be talked about. So we're happy to be here, and we'd love to answer any questions you may have.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. What I want to do right now is let this first time that you're on, at least let's talk about it and, appeal to the people out there. There's a lot of moms and dads who have children who have gotten maybe somehow mixed up somehow and taken a different path that they don't like. And also, any kind of addiction whatsoever. You might be someone yourself who knows that you're addicted to something, or you might have a significant other that is addicted. Addiction. You were addicted. What were you both were, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me a little bit about it. Were you addicted to drugs? A little bit of everything? What were you?
Sure, and I'll start first.
And congratulations, by the way, to both
of you. Thank you so much. Drugs and alcohol were pretty much my downfall. Those are the things that I dealt with. It started off with alcohol at a young age, obviously, and it progressed into drugs, and actually finished off with alcohol at the end. So it's not really so much what we're dealing with, the exact substance. It's the behavior that comes along with it, and the dangerous situations, obviously, we put ourselves in, and the quality of life. You might be an addict or someone who struggles where your rock bottom is death, and that is the ultimate unfortunate possibility. And we might be someone who just has a little bit of an issue, and they're just not, living the quality of life that they should be living. So for me, it was my rock bottom was probably worse than most. It put me in a lot of less than nice situations, incarceration, hurt some people through my actions, and caused a lot of chaos, and there was a lot of chaos in the wake of my actions. So I struggled. I had a hard life for the most part, and it was due to my inability to kind of cope without using drugs and alcohol. So
how about you, real quickly?
I struggled from alcohol primarily, but as Mo said, the behaviors are all the same to a certain degree. I had no control over my life, and it was really unmanageable. So
you look really like a baby. How old are you?
23.
So you're only 23. How long have you been sober?
8 months.
Wow, but that's neat. And
yes.
But so when did you start?
Well, my battle with trying to get sober probably started when I was 19, but the amount of effort and the tools were not presented to me in the beginning. It wasn't until going to treatment this last time that I really had the tools that I needed for success moving forward. So, I've been struggling with it for 4 years, but the last 8 months have been wonderful. Just
That's
really
neat.
Wonderful.
So now you're located, obviously, in Fountain Hills.
Correct.
And the website, I want people to be able to go on there. It is fountainhillsrecovery.com. You can call them. you will talk to anybody so
course.
that, you know, you
Of
can
course.
find out whether you're a parent, anybody out there. I'm appealing to anybody out there that's listening. If you've got somebody that you think that's dealing with some sort of an issue, please, please, please call them. Their phone number, it's 480-606-8039. We're also going to do something here. They have a lot of information there that you can get for knowing exactly, you know, the signs of addiction, but also you said that you wanted to do an assessment, an addiction assessment,
Yes.
and also a therapy session.
Yeah.
Okay, so a free therapy. This is a $200 value free to anybody out there. And we're going to open up the lines for people to call in for this, whether it's you, someone you know. This is what we're offering. The number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. They're located right here in Fountain Hills. You have people that actually live there too?
Correct. There's a housing component, so it is done on an inpatient basis. We just want people to be comfortable and kind of focus on what's important. And at that point, it is dealing with this and getting the therapeutic treatment they need. So we don't want people bothering with other responsibilities that they could see in life, and we want them to focus on treatment. So there's a housing component. Obviously, everything's taken care of while you are there. Any kind of transportation, we offer all types of modalities of treatments, from the cognitive behavioral to the EMDR, dialectical therapy, but more importantly, the one-on-one private therapy with your primary therapist. There's a lot of stuff that's done outside the doors of Fountain Hills Recovery. We offer equine therapy where we could go down and work with the horses and kind of explore that option as well too. But what's really good about Fountain Hills Recovery, we have the ability to kind of work this on an evidence-based kind of standard. So whatever someone's really getting a lot of traction with, we keep a low census so we can kind of adjust their therapy processes and their program to make sure that individuals getting the individual needs that they need to that person. Yes, it is typical. Yes, this is a disease, but everyone does have kind of an individualistic approach that needs to be addressed. So that's what's nice with Fountain Hills Recovery. We keep a low census. In other words, we only have about 25 patients at a time. The homes are absolutely beautiful. One is a 7,000 square foot home. The other one's a 9,000 square foot home. I mean, they're beautiful homes, extremely comfortable. You have your privacy. You have your room. They sit on 4 acres. It's very therapeutic to go to a nice place, to be comfortable in your home, kind of reflect, have some downtime to unwind. We do yoga in the clinic as well too. We do have an on-site chiropractor services as well. So the options you have with us here are amazing. It's a beautiful place. And I just want to go back to what Nathan was saying. I do apologize about how we struggled with this disease for so long until we were provided the proper tools we needed to get well. We need this help, and Fountain Hills Recovery provides an absolute solution for the person who is struggling. We have an absolute solution. If you follow our protocols and you come in and you put forth the effort, we will save your life. We can do that. And we have the clinicians. We have some of the best clinicians in the business. And everybody that's here, they're here because their heart's in it. The founders opened this business up and provided this service due to the fact that they lost a very close loved one. The actual father-in-law of the owner, he passed away. He was 32 years fire captain with the Upland Fire Department. Very stoic individual, did not like to share his personal life with too many people, so he kept his addiction hidden. Unfortunately, he lost his life about 1.5 years ago to this battle. So the owners came out of retirement. They did okay for themselves in other business ventures, and they wanted to give back and try to help and try to give people a world-class treatment and give the people the help they need. So we provide a great level of care here at Fountain Hills Recovery, and please come by and just talk to us. You got to be here on your own volition. You got to want to be here, and like I said, we have an absolute solution. If you just want to come by, talk to our clinical people, talk to our therapists, talk to me, we can share some of our experience and hope with you, and we would love to see you.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a break soon, but what we want to do is give out this information. The website is fountainhillsrecovery.com. You can also call them. Their phone number is 480-606-8039, and we've got our lines open here. And I know it sounds weird that, here we are giving this giveaway, but this is informational.
It is.
And there are people out there that are dealing with any kind of addiction, correct, that you would help them with?
Correct.
Or does it matter?
Correct. Substance abuse, anything, whether it be drugs, alcohol, but anything that has to do with substance abuse. We deal very heavily with the co-occurring disorders, so we definitely address the mental side of things. We're heavy on the mental side, whether it be a dual diagnosis, anything on the mental side as well, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Eating disorders as well will be addressed while you're here. So pretty much any addiction.
So here's what we're going to do. We've got our lines open here. We want everyone to get this information. If it's you or someone that you know, you're going to get all of the signs of what addiction is all about. Some of them hide it very well. You get an assessment and it's a therapy session that they're going to offer. It's a $200 value free to you. Our number here, 602-277-5369.
Your nest egg. How big is it going to be? Will it be ready to use when the time comes? Wouldn't it be great if there was a way to put a guarantee on your nest egg when retirement enters the picture? At AZRC, we can help you do that. We're the experts at helping prepare your nest egg for guaranteed retirement plans, giving you peace of mind and financial independence. Our knowledge, combined with modern retirement design technology, makes it easier than ever to plan for a safe, secure retirement. See what Arizona Retirement Company can do for your nest egg today. Call 480-524-0508. We'll always audit your accounts for free to help keep you on track. And if you call right now, AZRC will take $200 off any MRD retirement or estate plan. Call AZRC now at 480-524-0508. That's 480-524-0508. AZRC. We do the math.
Attention real estate agents. My name is Roland Bennett with People's Mortgage Company, and if you have ever had a buyer's loan fall through escrow in the middle of a transaction on either the buyer's side or the seller's side, you and I need to meet today. I'm a creative lender with an education in mathematics. I know how to read tax returns, and I work well especially with the self-employed borrowers who have complicated tax returns when buying a house. I have 24/7 availability for pre-qualifications and can communicate with your buyers on a text message basis at all hours of the night. My name is Roland Bennett with People's Mortgage. I can be reached by text message at 602-513-3686. That's 602-513-3686. Find me on the web at RolandBennettLoans.com. That's RolandBennettLoans, Bennett with 2 T's.com.
Uprooted Bloom Room would like to announce their new
1 minute.
studio and gift shop now open in Old Town Scottsdale. Join them at their new location for informative and fun-filled workshops and enjoy hands-on, step-by-step professional instruction from Uprooted Bloom Room's floral designers. For a list of upcoming floral workshops, visit uprootedbloomroom.com/new-events or simply RSVP by calling 480-489-3976. That's 480-489-3976.
This is Mike Van Vleck with Denali Real Estate. I've been a part of Networking Arizona for over 2 years, and I can't say enough about Carol and all she does. If you're looking to expand your business and want to consider a radio segment, Carol is the only person you should call. She'll make the process easy, convenient, and inexpensive. I highly recommend Carol for any business looking to expand their presence in the Valley.
If you want to get yourself heard on the show, go on my website. It's networkingarizona.net. Get yourself heard on Networking Arizona.
If I traded it all, if I gave
Welcome
it
back.
all away.
So we're talking here with Mo Corey and with Nathan Wagner with Fountain Hills Recovery. And, we were talking at the break. Obviously, we know there's a huge epidemic. I mean, heroin is huge. There's a lot of different things that these kids crack. Oh, my God. So much things that people that are addicted to. And what I wanted to kind of go now into is really hugely about what are the different philosophies, how do you work, and what are the things, the options, the treatments that they have. Go ahead.
Right. And there are many different approaches to treatment, but all of us here, our staff, our employees, the clinicians, the therapists, the BHTs, we all have the same philosophy, and that's complete abstinence. In order for people like us to live like Nathan and myself, to live a free and joyous life, we can't be dependent on any mind-altering substance. I know there's places out there that like to throw medications at this thing, but this isn't a malady that's going to be fixed with a magic pill. This is something that we need to dig down to the core underlying causes and conditions on why people like me and Nathan and thousands, millions out there that self-medicate. We need to get to those issues and treat them therapeutically, and that's how we live free. That's how we live a joyous life. I know a lot of listeners out there and loved ones of listeners out there have maybe tried this on their own and tried to get sober, try to get clean, and they do what we call in the industry white knuckling it. So in other words, they do everything they can to to abstain from the substance that they're struggling with, but at the same time, they don't have the proper therapeutic aspect of it to get down to those causes and conditions and live that free, joyous life. So, their emotional sobriety is less than good. It's subpar. They're very irritable. They're not living happy lives. So what we like to do is approach this thing in a more of a holistic way and get down to those causes and conditions and really get the people the help they need so they can live a joyous life.
There's a lot of people out there that they're called dry drunks.
You got it.
I mean, they are.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Yeah.
And they're not nice people.
They're not.
And so it doesn't matter. You may think that you are free and clear, and you may not be.
And you're suffering. Your quality of life's down. We've all tried that before. Me and Nathan and countless others have tried to go that route. And our productivity, our mental wellness, our comfortability, our family lives, our relationships with others are obviously affected. But at the end of the day, our own well-being and our own happiness is greatly affected. So at Fountain Hills Recovery, we're more focused on getting down to the causes and conditions, giving you the tools to live a sober life and live happy and live free.
Now, we've got our lines open here. We want you to get this information from us because it's all it is information for you to have. Knowing to what the signs are, that's something that people need to know. Also, that they're going to offer this assessment for everybody and the therapy session.
Yes.
That's a $200 value for you to anyone out there. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. There's lots of addictions out there. There's eating disorders. We obviously alcohol, cigarette, but I don't know if you do that. But I mean, but there's a lot of people that are addicted to a lot of different things.
Correct.
And a lot of our kids, they are the ones. I mean, I don't know if it just starts at one point with the parents, or they see it that there's kids out there getting involved with drugs that are so scary today.
Yeah.
It's not like it was in the 70s when I grew up.
And they have this stuff coming out now. They're putting in the heroin, the fentanyl. I don't know if you guys heard, but a couple days ago on the news, a poor kid at the pool lost his life for just touching his face. It was on a towel. So we're dealing with the epidemic, and we're dealing with stuff that is a lot different back in your day. People are dying. The numbers are there. We're fighting an uphill battle, and we need to do everything we can to raise awareness, help any way we can, and Fountain Hills Recovery is here for that. So if you're a concerned parent, I don't care what it is, even if you're not too sure what you're struggling with, what the issue is, come down, come see us, see if we get help. Fountain Hills is here for you. Our doors is open. That number has been provided for you. I keep that phone on me 24 hours a day. If you have any questions, concerns, we'll do everything we can to help at Fountain Hills Recovery.
The number is 480-606-8039. Write it down. Have it, it's not, if people are very uncomfortable with this conversation, but we all know that it's very good that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And we all need to talk about it. It's fountainhillsrecovery.com. So at Fountain Hills Recovery, when someone comes in, is it different for everyone, or is there sort of something that they go through that they know they're going to be there X amount of time or whatever?
Well, there's typical protocols and procedures, and there's according, which way we're going to approach it. Typically, the way that I think is best so we get the best results is approach it through medical necessity. So I don't want to put a set amount of time, but unfortunately, people do have real life responsibilities out there that they have to deal with. So if there has to be a set date, we will work with them. I typically don't like to do that personally. I'd rather have them come in and base it on medical necessity. So, approach it as need basis. So when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And our whole goal is to get this thing, to get out in front of this thing, so we don't have to reapproach treatment again. We want to make this a one and done thing. We don't want people turning treatment into a revolving door. We need them to come, get in, get better, and go on. There's so much more for your life out there.
So another thing is when they're coming to you, obviously they're on whatever it is that they're taking. So there has to be something where they have to sort of get that out of the system first.
Exactly, and I'm glad you brought that up. So we do have a medically supervised withdrawal period. Our doctor, our actual medical director, Dr. Reyes Tepete, is an addictionologist. The man is phenomenal. This is what he does. He loves what he does. This is what he's went to school to study for. So we do that medically supervised withdrawal stage. So when you come in, obviously you're going to be assessed. They're going to take vitals. They're going to do all that kind of good stuff. And whatever medications that you need to make sure that first and foremost you're medically safe while you withdraw off the substances is our priority. But then secondly, we also want to make it as comfortable as possible. So we want to match that at the same time with the therapeutic aspect to kind of bring you off these things, make sure you have comfort meds, make sure you're sleeping, make sure you're eating, and try to, like I said, make it as comfortable as possible while you start your treatment with us. So that's definitely an option with us if that is what's needed. and that is something that's done under the supervision of our medical director, Dr. Reyes Topete.
Now, basically, I'm looking at one of your ads here that it says that more people die from drug overdoses every day in the United States than car crashes and gun homicides.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. Yeah, and I was just reading the National Institute on Drug Abuse. 2002 was 20,000 drug overdoses. It's now 2016, and we have 55,000 to date.
For you, I know that you haven't spoken very much, Nathan, but you said that now your life is fabulous, obviously, and that's awesome. So congratulations to.
And I don't mean to interject, but there's actually a great reason why Nathan's here. Nathan was our first client at Fountain Hills Recovery, so that's why he's a family liaison. He's our community outreach guy. He's with us. We keep him close. We all love Nathan, and he's did great in our program. So I just wanted to embarrass him a little bit.
What was your experience?
Well,
do you mind?
No, not at all. My experience was great. It was the grand opening of a new treatment center, and I'd been to treatment once before, so I kind of had an idea of what to expect, but Fountain Hills definitely exceeded my expectations.
Do they have, did your parents go, I'm just asking, intervention and say, come on, this is it, we're done? I mean, because a lot of
it happens, and I don't mean to answer for Nathan, but that does happen, and what I like to do is we do the best we can to help assist in that as well, too, and if it's somebody, I tell the parents out there, I tell the loved ones of people that are struggling, if you just want to bring them in, we're not going to, just bring them in, have a talk. Have a talk, that's it. Let them see the amenities, let them see the home, let them see that there's a pool there, let them see there's a movie theater. I mean, there's an elevator in the homes.
I'm in.
I mean, it's extremely nice place to be. It's not a hospital or institution. It's not that institutional feel. It's not a military camp. It's a nice place where it's you have a very compassionate staff. Not only do they have the accreditations and the education behind it, but more importantly, 98% of us that work there are recovering addicts. We know what it takes. We know how to. We have a solution for you at Fountain Hills Recovery. So it's more of those things where you want to talk intervention. You want to talk these things to where people are like, okay, where am I going? I'm so scared. No, the door's open. Give me a call, 480-606-8039, and let's talk. Bring the loved one. Bring the one you're concerned with. We're not gonna force them into treatment. I just want them to see what an option is and let them know that there is an absolute solution out there with Fountain Hills Recovery.
Write the number down. It's 480-606-8039. It's fountainhillsrecovery.com. And there's a lot of people, even if you're yourself, that that you're dealing with something, and it's time, and sometimes we have to get to our lowest of lows before we do get up, but you all know who you are that's dealing with anything that you are. I mean, let's bring that lowest point up. Let's bring that rock bottom that you just spoke about up. If we could come in and you could come in and you could talk to us and we could save you that little extra suffering instead of having to hit that low, I just want everyone to kind of take a little bit of time to self-reflect on that, and are you happy? Or do you have that mental wellness? Do you feel good? Do you experience these things throughout your day? So we'd like for you to come in and have a talk with us. In terms of when you said about the not taking drugs, if at all whatsoever, so let's say, because a lot of people will take a drug to get them off the drug. Do you not do that?
Well, you could take a drug to help somebody get off a drug, but we don't want to do that long term. We want to do it in a tapering fashion. So we'd like to see that done within 6 to 7 days. Obviously, there is extreme cases where we do have to extend that period, but we like to utilize it for what it's for, to help taper. I know there's a lot of philosophies out in the industry that we could replace one drug with another drug, and all we've done at that point is replaced your drug dealer. So instead of getting it off the streets or getting it illegally, now we're going to a doctor to get it, but you're still addicted, you're still dependent on this medication, and when you don't have that medication, because you're going to typically abuse it, you have a problem. We're right back where we started for. So those drugs, they're great for tapers, but they're terrible band-aids. We don't want to use them for a long-term treatment. We need to get down to the causes and conditions, and we need to do that therapeutically.
What are your final words?
Fountain Hills Recovery, we do have a solution for you. There's no reason to suffer. I don't want to leave you out in the dark. I know that feeling. I don't wish it on nobody. Come to Fountain Hills Recovery, see what we're about, and we'll love you till you love yourself.
Now, again, that phone number, it's 480-606-8039, fountainhillsrecovery.com. Go in there, just take a look and see, have a talk with them, and get yourself back on the road to a great life. And we've got our lines open here for everybody to get an assessment and all the information from us, 602-277-5369. It's fountainhillsrecovery.com.